Now, it has come to my attention that rerolling Isabel is crazy, but crazy stuff can sometimes yield good results. Hello everyone and welcome back. Look at what we just found. The white flag, it is here. It finally appeared and we still have 35 seconds left to purchase it. So what I would like to do is I'm going to purchase this clipper here and immediately going in and purchase my white flag. And with that, yay, we have it. It took us quite some time, holy cow. Can't express how excited I am about this. And with that, we have a ship that is now completely immune to any kind of attacks. Also super nice for any kind of expedition. While we're here, I'm not going to reroll any further because this is just crazy high at this point once more. I've done it a few times. And yeah, we can actually get this ship now back home. She's not selling construction materials any chance. No, she's not. So in this case here, let's get this ship back home. And then, yeah, we might just use it on any other ship really that we can use, especially and also for expeditions. Alright, there is a Miss Hunt ship coming in just now, providing us hopefully with presents. No, unfortunately not. Oh, there it is. There's something that's actually used the clipper. It's faster. And with that, no more other loot here. Nope. Alright, not that we've missed anything. We are also on the verge of something great in Helsing, and that is, of course, income. That is the Gramophone, the last consumer good, the last need that we need. With that, we're getting a very happy investor population and also super rich on top of everything else. Let's unlock it. We have Gramophone in now, and there it is. There it is, 100,000 per minute, and also +1 on the investors. They might go to +2. There it is, to a content population that we have now without propaganda really. So without happiness propaganda and without money propaganda. Looking rather wild with just one city rather well off here. Grapes. Oh, that's actually funny, right? I was not expecting grapes. Could have also been just plantain, right? You never know. If you have it, then you got it, and then you can import plantain. That would be super nice, of course. Yeah, with that, oh, it's actually a +4 for the investors, right? Nice, and 104,000 on the income now. Princess Ching, once again, some share purchase here. Even with that, we did not lose the 100,000. So I would probably like to stay above that now at all times. Now, we also want to build the palace, right? It's giving me nice bonuses. And it's something that we really should do if we want to have a nice, fulfilled city. Of course, finding the right location for that palace is important. It needs to be a bit central because we want to maximize its reach, especially to the inner city, right? And that means that I'm probably going to have it here. The thing is that it also would look nice just beside the river to have this palace here. And as you can see, the main building alone is already pretty big. And I probably would like to have it somewhere here. It's going to be a tiny palace, of course. We can't go with Crown Falls style, but it will still, of course, be fitting to the city here. So we need to get rid of all of this. Should be easy, right? So we can just take this whole block, really. Probably the whole bunch, including the road. And I'm just going to move it over here somewhere to the other side, close to the 3-layered road there. There you go. And with that, we basically just moved one whole block to another side. Those people are probably a bit confused right now. Some of them might need then also the university back again, right? So, but that's okay. We can just move them also to, yeah, probably also over here something by moving those workers over. And also moving a few more. I mean, we have lots of workers over there. And then we're just going to get those engineers back where they belong. And that is closer to university and also closer to some electricity that they need. There you go, right? That's already all that we need here, really. Right, and these guys here to get their road connection. And then we can just add more people to this area. Here we might have a smaller park alley then. Here we have some entrances to these guys. And here we can just have more blocks, really, of houses then as well. There you go. And here we already have something greenish. Might actually just move them back a bit. Fantastic. And there we already have this bigger road here with the train passing through. So what we can do is also, I could redirect that train further down here and then along this main road. And I think that's what I'm going to do, right? Because with that, we don't need to have the train passing by the palace, which would also restrict, by the way, our palace construction, or at least its connection then. So I would like to have the train going here now instead, right? Takes a bit longer for the train, but it doesn't matter because it would just then carry more for the duration, or for the hole that it's doing. Then we just make the connections again, and then we can basically get rid of this system here, right? And with that, we have a bit more space available to us that we can use again here along the shoreline of the river. Right, and with that, it goes down here. That's fine. We can also get rid now of... Oh, wait a second. This one actually... Wait a second. This one still needs its connection because there is the power line, of course. So this one actually we need to keep. Yeah, I might actually have it here, though. That's better. And with that, we don't need this one. And we certainly don't need this one here then anymore. So that I can get rid of. There you go. And just have a normal street again here, just along the palace then. They should be upgradable soon. And yeah, there we have it, the palace itself right here, with the river, of course, in mind, and a bit of a courtyard there as well for the main entrance then. I only wonder, do we need that road here or not? The thing is, if I don't build it, right, with all these modules, we get this maximum range. So if I build the road connection here too, we would extend the range further down here. But we don't really need that as far as I know, since I'm not intending of having engineers here. I mean, it's something we can still think about. Let's actually also upgrade these guys here, because we actually have quite a few workers that we can upgrade there. And with that, we actually also have more people, more workers than living in the harbor area too. And then we have these farmers now that I would like to upgrade as well. And then all the way to artisans and engineers alike, of course. So that's the workers here. And they probably, they actually already have the school here too, because the school is just around the corner. Perfect, right? And yeah, then we also have, of course, the Queen's Clock Tower that I'm intending. Probably somewhere here then, just as where the main road is ending. You can have this one. Some over there then, probably. Oh, wait a second, there's ornaments. Those share purchases are getting a bit on my nerve there. There's also an attack again. Ah, yeah, okay, it's my fisheries getting destroyed right now. Can't change that. Right, I don't want to have the defense here for fisheries. Even though technically, of course, we could afford it. No big deal. Yeah, we'll just see. I love the Queen's Clock Tower. We still cannot build it. What's going on here? Come on. There was a shrubbery in the way. Now there you can have it. Right, so at the end of this wing here, you can have then the Queen's Clock Tower then as well. Coming from the main road, something like that. Perfect. Yeah, but let's actually build the palace first. Of course, this area looks a bit naked, so we might actually go for some normal ornaments. Can I still... Yeah, I could also still push it one step down there. This should work out. It's not for some strange reasons. Why can I not push it at least one more step there? Ah, yeah, of course, because of this. Alright, so if I have it here, it's closer to the road. Then you don't have ornaments here anymore, but you could have a double road ornament row here. Also doesn't make sense. Let's actually push it back there again and have this area available then to us. There you go. This should be fine. Let's actually start by building just the main building itself. That's already 100,000, 1 million, sorry, in credits that we need to pay for it. But we have 4 million, so this is fine. And a lot of building materials, right? That we need. But also the boost, of course, is tremendous. It's 150 attractiveness to my town itself as well. And yeah, all the surplus excessive resources that I have, I can now dump into those modules. And with that, we get to a curious metropolis, boosting my attractiveness quite a bit. Also, capital news, unveiling the palace heralds the government's ambition for more efficient lawmaking. Or just a residence for me. I like the idea that this is my residence, of course. Yeah, step by step we build it. We do lack some steel beams again. We have the white flagship here. Perfect. their boys here already, so we can just casually go up here now and purchase us a few more steel beams without fearing total destruction. Wait a second, we have finished the Royal Galleon. Let's actually go with the Royal Galleon Constance 2. There you go. All the way over, because Constance 2 has a lot more storage available, of course. It looks more beautiful. And we can use it then also for expeditions. So that's why I built that ship. It's my proudest and my permanent ship for traveling. We could also use it ourselves, of course. A beauty indeed. Constance, that's not a fitting name. I think it should have a fitting name for such a proud ship. It's the A la Mary. Thank you, one of my Patreon supporters, long-time Patreon supporters, for your support. A la Mary it is. And A la Mary, you can please purchase me some steel beams here. Lots of them. While we're here, let's also purchase some bricks. I mean, it's dirt cheap, right? It's not something we actually need to worry about. And then I could go ahead and also purchase me a few more items that we can use here, just in case. What I could start with is Harbor Master items that we could use to boost the active healing of the turrets. So turrets will self-repair themselves 100% outside of combat too, even during combat, sorry. And also we do get a morale boost to my turrets so they can withstand a bit more damage then as well. Let's go ahead and get this one over. And also, someone did purchase a share, right? No, and we're sitting at 3 million. All right, I'm surprised. But time is passing by. We also got a bit of rum there out of the pirates loot. And that I can use for some further boosting of my income, of course. At least for a temporary one, that is. Alright, also with the steel beams coming in, we can go ahead and boost more. Now, one more thing there is actually, and that is the New World thing. With Isabel Samento once again. I don't know if she is giving me a second white flag. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just one, and that's it. Because, of course, the game limits the amount of white flags that there are in circulation. But we can still, of course, try with low level rerolls here. Improved Royal Warship. That's new, though. An improved version of this one. Unfortunately, it will get destroyed immediately. So let's purchase it. It would not be a long-lasting friendship. Alright, that ship is back. Some presents again by the pirate. Thank you very much. Get this one back home then again immediately. And with the steel beams, we can continue with purchasing more or building more blocks here, right? And this is all giving me juicy attractiveness. Also here the main entrance. And actually we were able to finish it. Perfect. And with that, we have a pleasant metropolis out of Helsing. Glorious indeed. It's actually not looking so bad, right? I think it's looking quite fine for a city this size here. And in this case here, we can now go in with some policies. I think though, yeah, influence for engineer residences. That's something I can't do yet. But we can actually go ahead and reduce the need for food by 30%. But all residences that are within a town hall. So, I don't have any town halls for now, but we are going there soon. So, fish, sausage, bread, canned food, chocolate. It's really nothing that we need right now, so this is not so nice. There's a 20% baseline increase now of more public mooring specialists. That's great. And then also we have here the influence for the museum ones. It's also not really something. We get another 10% productivity for production buildings within a trade union. And then we could also get extra farms from goods. So these are baseline boosts that we can use right away. And then we just need to wait for a bit more attractiveness to come in here over time now. And since we have enough workers and farmers, I would like to also go ahead and use this to upgrade more people, especially here then closer to the palace. Definitely don't want to have normal worker residences there. And there is a really nice skin for the artisans. This one here, I think it was, right? The inverted skin. That looks just super noble to some degree, right? I love this. Very sophisticated that one is. And yeah, it just... I don't know. I want to have this one here in this area. We have the colorful ones. We have the palace then. Unfortunately, we don't have different palace skins, so this is something I can't really do. The only thing that's left here is, of course, some more ornaments now to fill in all of these voids here that we have. We could have a nice bigger fountain somewhere here in front of it. Right, the long one, I think, is fitting in nicely. And then we could also go for something big over here. Unfortunately, once again, as you can see, it's going to be very hard to make this one central, as always. That's just the thing of it. So I would like to have not any bigger fountain. We could have one here and one here. So this is actually a bit central. Perfect. I will also need to unlock the tourist mooring, so upgrade the normal public mooring to the tourist mooring. This will unlock the tourism DLC for us, really. And with that, we get the access to the flower beds, which was not possible before. I would like to get them. I really just upgraded for the flower beds. And let's just have them around here to this side. And the same goes then with this one all the way up here, right? So that we have a bit of a nice contrast to this. And oh yeah, hotels we could add now too, but I wouldn't go that far really. And then we can also have a nice bronze tree here and a nice bronze tree here. We don't need to have, you know, fountains everywhere. And then some nice decorated trees as well in between, and also definitely in here. That's actually the Chinese version. That is something I do not want to have there. There you go, to have some trees as well in the center. And outside here, might also be nice to just have some kind of majestic statues or whatnot that we have then here in the center, together with probably a flower bed in the center. For the other side, let's have some stone flower pots on the corners. I think that just makes it for a nice contrast there. And should we have that? Actually, I wanted to have my road connection here to extend the reach to its maximum size then, right? And then we could also just have some enclosed greenery here. Nah, that wouldn't fit. I like this dark contrast of the flower beds to the white of the palace. What a beautiful building, really. They've outdone themselves with this. With all of the attractiveness, we're getting some nice tourists now in, 700 in total, which leads to another 2,600 on the income, of course. And probability of guests has raised to 25% now. So I'm fully expecting more specialists to come in at some point. Also, we have leveled up the sewing machines now. Very nice. This will bring more goods in for the same amount of export that we have. Same goes with the planks already. And the windows are also on the way to being upgraded, right? Then we would have a lot of tier 4 slots available here that we can use for low volume products. But the thing is, you will not get more export offices out there so quickly, because you need to fill this one with all 4, I think. So we would need to have something really low-key wise, right? Something you can get in high quantities to make it worth our while here. But at this point, we don't need more trade contracts, I think. I think we're really stuffed with it, right? Jewelry for clay I could still get more, because we don't need to endlessly import now clay, right? It's a 1,500, so I don't need to have the straight rod here active at all. We already have the coal and the iron in, we have the brass in. These are the most important ones. We have the pearl and we have the gold, right? So that's probably it. One more thing we could do is wool. So wool is something we get down here that we can import. There's a ratio of 1 to 75 tons, right? So we get the full 1,500 tons with the 20 tons of jewelry in already. I think that's all I need really, because with that we don't need the sheep farms anymore. That's another banger, right? So with this we can get rid of these guys here. Let's actually do it. The reason why I'm doing the sheep farms and not the workload directly is because, of course, we still need wool for sail makers as well, so that I keep at least one sail maker. They're also capped already, so it's not super necessary anymore to do this. And in that case, we could just push them a bit further up here, north even. Yeah, probably here. We don't need that many lumberjacks anymore, right? So I can probably just use them here by the pig farms. Get the remaining framework knitters over then. Just around this corner there. And those two. Even though they're also capped already because we're overproducing. So yeah, that's that. And let's move this last warehouse then also into this area. And then we can get rid of this and this. And look at that. More space available. I love it. The transition, right? At some point that you just have. And that is getting rid of all of this space waste that you have then just to make room for new. And we also don't need that strange shape here anymore, so I can just build that rail track all the way down here. Oh, come on. Connect it, and then we can get rid of this railway system here as well, right? Make it cleaner even, and with that we have even more room now here for more city development. And why not? There is then even a room for a tiny museum. I would really like to aim for it, because this gives me another nice attractiveness boost that we can then go for as well. Let's actually have more blocks of houses here. I would not like to congest it too much, so the police station we're probably filling in over there, because with that we can make this road here along the river, right? I would always like to have a bit of a road along the river there. Makes sense to me. And then more here. And since we have a lot of bricks, I might also just consider from now on using brick roads all the time. I mean, no idea. We'll just see how that goes. Is this fitting in? Should be fitting in. It is fitting in. Oh, once again there was a tree in the way. Making this work here. I'm probably going to use this main road here then to have the entrance prepared for a museum, right? So this looks like a good museum spot here. It might be along the river there too, actually, right? So we don't need this one after all, because I could just have a nice tiny museum then in this area too. Perfect. And here, this might be tight. Might actually make this one a bit different. This is also not possible. I think we actually could have a church here. Why not? We need a church. All these people here. Looking towards the main road. There's lots of workers here and artisans. And of course the church just provides a lot of happiness for these guys. And then I can have another full block here most likely. Instead of this road here we don't really need, right? Yeah, so I can make this block full. Also finish those buildings over there. Another church, that's fine. We still have the original church that we've moved, and I should probably also think about a church here, because those artisans and workers really like it. There is actually the church that we moved it over, so that's fine already. The Queen's Clock Tower will still take us a bit of time, right, to gather all the resources. It's a pretty endgame building that you can have. We're also sitting at almost 5 million on the income now. That means, theoretically, we would be ready to take over a main competitor's island at some point soon. That could be interesting. So far so good. Stay tuned.
You gained an influence bonus.